Hello, this is Alan Redman with Streamline Landlord Service, and this video is going to be talking about managing viewing requests. These are pretty easy to do in our system, and they're generally documenting or used to document when people are going to be viewing a given property. So I'm just going to show you, I've got one property here, one Main Street, and I've got one prospect added, that's Scotty Fry, and that's it for this account right now. So under properties, we can go to viewing requests and we can create a new viewing request. So here you can select which tenant and prospect this is for. Again, I only have one, but if you had more, they'd be here in this list. We can select a property, go one Main Street. If this was a multi-unit, like an apartment building, you'd see the units listed here. So you could say that it's for a particular unit. So right now we've got send calendar invite checked. This is enabled by default, and that means that these are required. So we're just going to pick a date. Let's say next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. and we'll say it's for 30 minutes. And if the send calendar invite is checked, then that'll send a calendar invite to the email address, and then yeah, that's just that way it'll show up on people's calendars. So I'm actually going to switch to I've got the tenant and the landlord emails up here. I'm just going to delete this email because I canceled one just a moment ago. Delete these. Okay. Okay, now I'll save this. And now the viewing request has been created. So back over to the tenant email address right here. You can refresh this and we'll get a viewing request created. This is to the tenant. It says hello, Scotty Fry, and just got the details of it. And then there's a calendar invite that comes along. This is Proton Mail that I use for testing, but generally, if someone's on Gmail, it's a much nicer, icon to add it to your calendar. And then the same thing over here. And this is the landlord. So you can click here to view the details of the viewing request. So if we go to edit and change the time, the date, or the duration, if you edit anything like that, it'll send an updated calendar notification to the both the landlord and the tenant. Let's see what else. If there's someone currently renting the unit, so if you have a tenant in there, it will send them a notification as well to let them know that this is happening. And then they have an opportunity to respond to say, yeah, this time works for showing my unit off, or no, it doesn't work. Could you reschedule? And you can kind of handle that from there. If we cancel it and just select this and click the trash icon, then we delete it out of here, and then that'll send a cancellation message to both the tenant and the landlord. There we go. That's that viewing request canceled. So there we go. That's it. And if you have any questions on this feature, you can always email at support@streamlinels.com and we'll help you out. Thanks very much.